Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. I would love nothing more than to have waited till 6 o'clock today to talk about the Scream promo and stuff, but I'm going to do that in tomorrow's episode because I actually want to do a 6 o'clock video on the content today, and I can't really do both Road to Glory and 6 o'clock content, otherwise my videos wouldn't go live until early hours of the morning. The team that I've managed to build and that I will be going into this weekend league with is on the screen for you right now. Dhir will start, and I have, as the top comment is, don't forget to put a shadow on him. We've done that. Kante is in there, of course. He's untradeable. He has to play. He is absolutely fantastic. I've got a powerhouse on him. Lucas Hernandez has come into the team with an anchor on him. I didn't feel like there was any need for a shadow. He's quick enough as it is. Anchor just gives him that little bit more of a boost, but, you know, refines the rest of his stats. I've managed to keep Mertens and Insigne in the team, something that I genuinely didn't think I would do. And the reason I've done it is because Sane, I had a little look around and people were saying that Sane lacked this, that and the other. And to be fair, I'll talk about that in a bit because I kind of disagree. But I have managed to keep Mertens and Insigne in the team. We had to buy 9 Golan, which was a little bit irritating, and I'll explain why now as we go into our first game of Weekend League. This was the hardest game of the weekend so far. I've only played 3, to be fair. All 3 of them are in this episode, but this was a very not an irritating game by any stretch. I had fun playing it, but it was a little bit annoying because the guy was very good at defending. He was menacing coming forward. My defense for the most part was holding quite well. You probably won't see it. You probably look at me and go, hang on a minute, what's he talking about? He's conceding shots left, right and centre. But it just came down to a bit of a 50-50, you know, just rubber the green stuff. I did not get the rubber the green in the game, and, you know, certain balls were bouncing back to him rather than me, and I'm not saying he didn't deserve to win because he was better than me. He did deserve to beat me, but, you know, in life, it's not just a FIFA thing. I wasn't blaming FIFA for it. It's a real life thing, you know. You just don't, things just don't go your way like that. I'm hitting the bar there. In another game, that hits underneath the bar and it goes in. Do you know, it's just one of those things here or there, and, you know, he had a little bit of luck here or there, but whatever, it is what it is. We've lost our first game of Weekend League, basically, because the guy does beat me. Say the lucky bounce there, gets away, no one's going to catch Morales at that point. Keeper slides and the ball just goes over him. Just one of those things. So 9 Golan, right? He should be around 4.5, 5k. I've had to pay 15,250. Why? Because I'm on PC? Kind of. His price range hasn't been updated on PC, so his minimum price is 15,250. And I needed either him or an Italian or a Napoli player to link in Insigne and Mertens to get him on chem. Now, 9 Golan was the only player, realistically, that I wanted there. And so I've had to pay money. And I've had to sacrifice 15,000 coins where normally it would have cost me about 4 or 5, right? But it is what it is. I'm actually really enjoying 9 Golan right now as well. He's done really well for me. It's kind of making me rethink the whole icon situation. We'll talk more about that when we go live, but we're definitely going to have a reshuffle and a rethink, and sort of that Kante has really thrown, well, not Kante in general, but Kante and Dhir have thrown spanners into works here or there. Good spanners, you know, joyful spanners, but they've still made me sort of rethink the whole team and how I'm going to do it. I was very tempted to sell Mertens yesterday, sell Insigne, and then just commit back to the Bundesliga with Kante and Dhir in there, as well as having Sane. Sane off the bench for me has been nothing short of magnificent. He's been really good, and I've heard bad things about him, saying that he's not that responsive, he's just not that great. This was the second game. I got really lucky here. 3 bounces back, well, 2 rebounds back to me, and the third was in. To be fair, this guy was not a great player. You could tell just by the way, every time I would accidentally give the ball away or he'd tackle me or something, he just couldn't get it out. He was passing straight back to me. He was dribbling straight into my players, and it was absolutely no surprise to me whatsoever that he look at that pass accuracy, 60%. No surprise to me that he quit after that second goal. I actually said to myself, if I can get another goal here quite quickly, this guy's gone. And that instantly rectified the error in the first game. So I was really happy about that. This game was probably one of, if the most frustrating games I think I've ever played in any FIFA. And I don't say that lightly, because I have a sore throat right now because of this game. This guy I'm playing, no disrespect to him whatsoever, he wasn't that great. He was okay. Going forward, he wasn't too bad. Defensively, he was just not at the races. Absolutely shambolic. And the problem I had was, and I don't say this lightly either, because I hate it when people say, oh, the game was against me. Oh my God, was it? It really was. It was gifting him everything. And there's one instance in this game where you're going to think, hang on, nah, that's your fault. But if you really look at it, you can tell that I've not tried to do that. It's shafted me completely. So Pepe makes a save there, comes back out. I thought that was a free kick, so I stopped initially. It confused me, and he scored. That's not a problem, right? I'm not saying that the referee should have stopped because he had an advantage anyway, but he didn't even give advantage. And I don't know why, but I was too fixated on that, and I was like, hang on a minute, how is that not a free kick? Either way, this is the thing that really annoyed me about the game. This is what tipped me over the edge. That is the most embarrassing gift I've ever seen. And it's not me. Look how much room I have between me and Pepe. I've dropped that down to my feet, and look how much room there is. And then if we spin on, it's taking him literally up until Pepe is on top of him to kick the ball. And I thought they'd fix delay in passing. I passed it straight to my... He's read it, right? But I've not actually intended to pass to him initially. I was going to pass it forward. And then I was panicking. I was just get rid of it. And obviously I've made the mistake there because I've panicked. And I've ended up just kicking it straight to him. But it should not have taken that long for the keeper to have kicked the ball. In the end, I should have just slapped it clear, right? But I was so like, what the hell is going on? That my brain didn't think, just get rid of it. And yeah, we've conceded. Fortunately, Nainggolan pops up with a goal to make it 3-2 there. Did I show you the goal to make it 2-2? I apologise if I've not shown you the goal to make it 2-2. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking about stuff. But he managed to score what was his best goal of the game in that one to make it 3-3. This at the end, I mean, what is this? What is that? And I've brought him out, right, with the intention of the game giving me control of Radecki so that I can take control of the ball and get it clear myself, because I don't want to kick it straight out of play. But I know full well if the goalkeeper does it without any direction, he'll just come in and just slap it straight out of play. He came in and then he just backed away from it, and I was, oh Christ. Well, that brings us to the end of this game, because we are now about to score the fifth and the sealant, if you will, with Sane, 2 goals off the bench to make it 5-3. And that was the most frustrating game I've ever played, because that guy was just... I mean, the one goal, maybe the 2 goals that he scored. The first goal wasn't too bad. The third goal was actually very good. Second goal was a gift. And just the rest of his play in that game generally wasn't that great. And I'm more than happy to admit when people are better than me. The first guy I played was better than me, deserved to win, that's fine. But that guy was gifted the chance to beat me by EA. I don't like saying it, but it was blatant. I couldn't string 2 passes together, and on all the rest of it was just, it was an absolute shambles. And I know it's a classic. Oh, he hates it when people blame the game, but here he is blaming the game. Yeah, no, I get it. I do get it, and I do. I genuinely dislike it when people go, oh, the game was against me, because half the time you're there going, no, it wasn't. Stop being a fool. But genuinely, that was horrendous. Anyway, doesn't matter now, because we won the game. So we are currently 2-1 in Weekend League so far, which is exactly how I started last week, by the way. And we finished goal 2. So I'm not too concerned at the moment. I feel like I'm playing all right. The first game, the gameplay was brilliant, so responsive. The second game was horrendous, because it just wasn't responsive at all. Luckily for me, the guy wasn't that great and he rage quit. And then the third game was fine again. It was just one of those where I just felt the tide turning every single time I got my nose in front. The game would just turn on its head. It was a weird thing. They've released the Player of the Month Harit, which is something that I would have considered doing. You know, the card isn't great. He's got really nice acceleration, decent sprint speed, very good attack positioning. Passing and vision are nice. Long passing's not bad. Dribbling's brilliant. Ball control's good. Agility is phenomenal. And that's kind of where the sort of plus sides of it end. Although he does have 5-star skills as well. Would prefer it to be 4-star, 4-star if I'm honest. But hey, 5-star skiller in the team wouldn't be too bad. Problem I have really is not actually anything with the card. Although composure's a bit low, reactions are a bit low. You know, with a sniper, we might be able to boost the reactions up to Does a sniper do that? Pretty sure it does. Boosts it up to like 82. Composure would go to 77. Finishing would go all the way up to the top, so that'd be really nice. In fact, it wouldn't be a terrible card, to the point where I'm never really do this in a Road to Glory, but I will go on to Footbin, have a look at Harit's card, and see exactly what it looks like with a sniper on him. It's a massive upgrade as well over the 81 to an 86. Really nice. So even with... It's going to take him another 2 informs, which he's not incapable of getting because he's actually a very good player and he's done really well so far this year. Another 2 informs. One takes him to 83, the other takes him to 85. It might take him to 84, might take him to 86. But either way, it's going to take at least 2 informs to get anywhere near this. So with a sniper chem style, you actually turn him into an 89 rated cam. And 77 composure, 82 reactions, 99 dribbling, 99 agility, 93 finishing and 93 positioning with great pace, 5-star skills. There's nothing really to complain about there. The composure maybe if you really want to be picky, but I'm alright with it. The problem isn't the card. The problem is EA, because EA have decided that this is a single SBC, no packs at all, and they want an 85 rated team. The requirements of the chemistry and the Bundesliga player, not bad actually. They're fine. If that was an 84 rated team, I would be all over it and I would have got it done. But the fact that it's an 85 rated team does just... It disinterests me a little too much. It would be a really nice first owner Bundesliga player just in case EA decide to really go ham on these first owner objectives. But for me, I think it's just a little bit too expensive. For what, I mean, it's a good card. I want to do it, I really do, but I can't justify an 85 rated team for a card that isn't going to get into the first team. Now, he won't get into the first team, not because he's not good enough, because he's actually better than 9-Golan. I think I probably would prefer him in there than 9-Golan. However, he just wouldn't fit chemistry-wise. His nation isn't great, and he plays for Schalke, and I don't have any other Schalke players in the team. So, if you've got McKenny, or whatever his name is it McKenny? I feel like an idiot now. That sounds right in my head, but then at the same time, it doesn't. Hello? There you go. Let's go to Team of the Week. McKenna? It's got to be McKenna. It can't be McKenny. No, is it McKenny? I don't know. McKenny. I was right. McKenna just wasn't right. Yeah, if you've got McKenny, you've got a nice little link into him, to be fair. So it's not a bad... Because he's not a bad card itself, really. I mean, if you give him the right chem style, some sort of defensive chem style, you've got a really nice CDM there. And I would imagine... I don't know what chem style to give him. I wouldn't give him a shadow, but, like a sentinel or whatever. You've got a really nice CDM, and then you can link him into Harit. And then if you've got a Bundesliga team around him, you don't need to worry about chem anyway. But, yeah, that's not bad at all. But, I think I'm just going to stay clear of it. I do want to do it. It's really irritating. I do want to do it, but I can't bring myself to do it. So, something I did yesterday was... I did the MLS icon squad builder. No, what is it called? Squad Battles token thing. So we've won 5 from 5 there. We've done obviously the win 6 with an 83 rated team. We've done the Dutch league. I have the Chinese league left. I've built the team. I will look to do that probably tonight. I don't know if I'll do all 5 games tonight, but I'll try my best to get as many done as possible. That, actually, if we do that, gives us 8 tokens, which is enough for Guardiola or JJ Okocha. The thing that I've actually been thinking about in the last maybe, 4 or 5 hours or so since I've actually started playing a little bit of Weekend League was Guardiola now is not good enough because we have Kante. Okocha was never good enough, so he would always be on the bench. So if we got Schmeichel... I probably would play him, but there's no need to. So the only other option now is to potentially either just go for Ian Wright first, because we're going to be able to get him in 23, 24 days, and he would actually go into the team instead of 9-Golan. The problem with that is that 9-Golan plays in a 4-1-2-2. That's the wrong thing. Let's go into custom tactics. So my custom tactics at 4-1-2-2 narrow, right? So there we go. 9-Golan plays on the right-hand side of the sort of centre of the midfield with Brandt. Kante is a drop between centre-back sort of CDM. Insigne is the cam. Not sure how I feel about that, although I think he'd be a better cam than the other two of Pla and Mertens. And that's the way I've done it, right? Obviously, Digne and Weiss are there. Now, 9-Golan's good, and I like him a lot. He's done well for me so far. Okay, granted, I've only played 3 games with him, but His stats are very well rounded. With that artist chem style, I think he turns into like an 89, 90 rated cam or something stupid. So, big fan of that. Big fan. And he's good. He doesn't feel bad at all. Maybe a touch on the slow side, but generally speaking, he is a very good, well-rounded player, very capable of defending as well. However, I don't want Guardiola in there because obviously we've already got Kante. We don't need 2 CDMs. So the only other option really is to play Ian Wright as a central midfield player. Don't fancy that. So now, do we just abandon the whole, Ian Wright, and then that leaves us with 8 tokens and we have to pick one of these 3? Do we go for someone completely different? I kind of thought this would happen at some point. I thought I'd change my mind. Balak is an option because, again, he's a decent CDM, but he's well-rounded enough that you can play him further forward. In fact, he probably would be a better box-to-box because if you gave him the right chem style, if you really wanted to, you could improve the defending, you could improve the pace. I mean, a shadow on him actually wouldn't be a bad idea because he's got great shooting, passing, and dribbling stats anyway. Well, okay, not great dribbling, but good enough. The concern with him is that his agility and his balance are not high enough for a central midfield player role. It's more of a CDM card. Andrea Pirlo would be a great card to have, but I really don't think. His stamina will let him down over time, and he'll just be a little bit too slow. And for 14 tokens, that leaves us with 10. I mean, who else are we going to get for 10? Nesta actually wouldn't be a bad idea, that would it? We could get Nesta for 9. That's not bad at all because he's a great defender and he's better than any defender that we currently have. He could go instead of a Kanji because we don't need the link, and of course we got an icon there if we ever need the links into it. But what I was actually thinking was going further up. So Ian Wright, not a great central midfield player. His passing's not good enough. That's pretty much it, really. His dribbling actually isn't that great anyway, but I would like that as a striker. But Insigne, Mertens, I don't really want to replace either of them, if I'm honest. So we'll leave that alone, I think. I don't want Ferdinand. I really don't want Rui Costa. He's like the worst icon ever. I was thinking, right, my right-back situation isn't great, is it? My right-back situation's actually quite dire because we've got Weiser there, and apart from maybe going and buying Kimmich and putting a shadow on him, I can't really think of another player to have there. And Zanetti is one of those cards that would literally be my right back from now until the end of the game. Is it a little bit too boring, though, to go after Zanetti? Plus, that only leaves us with 7 tokens, meaning that we have to get Schmeichel if we do all 24, which I probably will because I'm sad. So, yeah, don't want him. Don't want to do the base icon. We could end up with God knows what. And then, of course, Butragueno. But again, we might as well just go for Ian Wright. And then the next player, Steven Gerrard, leaves me with 5 tokens, meaning that it would be, I could basically take a break. As soon as I hit 19, I don't have to worry about the other 5, which is quite nice in a way. But Steven Gerrard, ironically, is a great card. A little bit quicker than Nainggolan. He's got very good stats across the board, extremely well-rounded. And, of course, if we give him the right defensive chem style, we could actually turn him into a CDM, basically like we played him last year. But this year suits Steven Gerrard a little bit more because you can play football this year to a degree anyway, and passing and going for long-distance shots now and again. You could get your screamers and things like that. I just think Gerrard fits the game a lot, fits my team and actually fits the game, so he's usable. And I'm a Liverpool fan, so it just adds even more to it. I don't want to build the same team as I did last year, and I don't want to have the same goals and aspirations as last year, because then it gets boring. But I am genuinely thinking Steven Gerrard could be the guy that I go for. If I get all 12 tokens by the time that they refresh, I'm going to need 7 tokens from the next set. And they won't take more than a couple of days to do if I really go for it. So however long it takes, however long we've got left, let's go into objectives. Where are we? Is it not going to tell me how long I've got left? It normally tells you in the top. Is it 21 days, 2 hours? I don't know. It normally tells you how long you've got left, but for some reason it's just not popping up. Maybe they've changed it, I don't know. But either way, whenever, I think it is season 1, isn't it? So it's 21 days, 2 hours. So when 21 days, 2 hours is up, we will get the next set of tokens, I believe, right? So, yeah, in 21 days-ish, we could have Steven Gerrard. I mean, there are other options in there for icons, I think, that we might be able to go for beyond Gerrard. What were they? Costa, by the way, or Hadji is another one. Hadji would be a great player to have. But as a centre midfield player, rather than a cam, I'm not too sure. I mean, I said I'm not too sure. He'd be amazing. But he just doesn't tickle my pickle, you know what I mean? It's not like I want a well-rounded CM. I don't want to, because he's a pure attacking beast. He's awesome. But he's cam material. He's not centre sort of material. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then that's it then. So Gerrard is the one I'm actually leaning towards right now. I either get Gerrard or I get Zanetti. It's my opinion on the situation, because we're not going to get a better right back than that. I don't know though. Speaking of cards that I want to do and cards that I've done, etc., they have of course released a Player of the Month French League player yesterday. Osimhen from Lille. I had him on the index. Very happy to see that he's doing well. If you don't know what the index is, check the link down below. There he is. We've done it. I was going to show you, but I was going to review him, and things took a turn, and I've decided not to review him. I've started playing a few games with him. He's got 5 goals and 3 assists in 3 games. Oh, that must mean I think he's amazing. No, to be fair, one of the reasons why I didn't want to review him was because I actually don't like him that much. He's got some relatively good stats. I wouldn't say he's the best card I've ever seen. His dribbling stats aren't fantastic. He's actually feels very tall in game, very sort of not lanky for lack of a better word, wiry maybe, I don't know. But he does feel very tall. He doesn't feel that fast. He's got 95 sprint speed, but because of his acceleration is so low, he doesn't actually feel that quick. I've not given him a chem style yet. I will do. I wanted to do it, A, because it was super cheap. B, the card design is fantastic. I like him in general in real life, so I just wanted to try him out. And he's now a first owner French League player that we can pop into first owner teams for objectives. And of course, I still need to do the French League objective with 7 first owners. So that obviously came in handy. We've got Cavani first owner as well. So that's awesome. But yeah, one of the reasons I didn't want to review it, if you are curious, a lot of other people have already done it. Mine would have been up quite late. I wasn't that a big a fan of him, and I didn't want to bash him in the review. So I've left it alone. I mean, you know, if you want to know my true opinion of him after a lot of games played, then just keep watching The Road to Glory and you'll find out what it is. Marquee Matchups was released yesterday, alongside Marquee Moments or something. Again, I did record them, but I did it off camera. So I've actually recorded it, and if you want to see it, I'll just pop it in the background for you right now. Marquee Moments, Marquee Matchups wasn't expensive to do. I didn't have to buy a single thing. Obviously, there are a lot of silver and bronze players being used there. The silver players actually get back from doing the marquee matchups every week. They tend to give you silver players and what have you, so it wasn't that hard to do at all. Bronze pack method coming up for us as well, and it's given us a lot of packs. Before I go to the packs, we have obviously some things that are sold. He managed to sell for 2,500 coins. I have absolutely no idea why, because you don't need Koreans for anything right now, in my opinion. I've looked around, and certain Korean right backs and other positions are selling. So I don't know whether people are building their sort of Korean sides ready for the next set of objectives for the icons, because they're assuming that they are going to, give us a Korean league. Maybe I don't know, no idea. And if that's the case, actually, that's going to be quite difficult to do, because there aren't that many golds, or decent golds at least, in that league. We managed to sell Zac Efron for 1,000 coins. A few other bits and bobs have gone as well from bronze packs, and of course the Burger King Stevenage kit has gone as well. I've relisted all this literally just now. Who knows? Who knows? Another Zac Efron there, why not? And of course we've already got him in the club. In terms of the packs, I'm not actually going to open them today. I want to. Well, I will open them today, but not till later on. Basically, I'm going to wait till the Scream promo starts, just in case we manage to pack something from that promo. I doubt it, and to be honest, I'm not anticipating a good promo. Scream is always something that's highly anticipated, and every single year it lets me down, as well as many others, and then everybody complains that last year's promo was so much better than this one, despite the fact that last year they were moaning that it was terrible as well. So I'm hoping EA do a little bit of a madness. They go a bit crazy and they give us something completely different to the normal. These have been boosted, they'll get boosted again. Just do something different, right? Be a little bit more original, and I will be a happy camper. A lot of other people with kind comments this week. Just like to say your uploads make my day, you Welsh dancer. Thank you very much, DY Gaming. I appreciate you. A lot of people saying that Bellarabi off the bench wouldn't be a bad player. To be honest, my bench now is actually very good. I'm very happy with the team, to be fair. Packing Kante was a dream. Digne, I did moan a little bit yesterday, but having watched other people's rewards, I'm actually very, very happy with what I managed to get. Digne has turned out to be a fairly decent left back so far, with a shadow in particular. He's got a lot of pace to him. The one major position I'd like to change there is Weiser, the right back. He's done well for me. We've played a lot of games with him, but I just want to improve him. You know, there's no reason why he's still there. I'm thinking Joshua Kimmich. If anybody has used Kimmich in the comments, let me know, because he's very cheap. He's like 25, 30k, if that, right? And with a shadow on him just to give him that pace, I don't think he'd be a bad right back at all. I think he goes up to like an 88, 89 rated right back with a shadow. So if anybody's used him, let me know what you think of him in the comments. I'm not going to buy him just yet, but I will go off your suggestions if you think he's good or bad. The more I look at that, honestly, the more I'm content. And there's only really now like special cards and certain icons that are going to make me want to upgrade certain things. The beauty of this year, though, is that they give us we've got those icon objectives, so I'm going to want to build first owner teams and things. So there is going to be a big element of just building sides and squads and things in this Road to Glory. And obviously, after the Weekend League, we'll really concentrate on that, and you'll get to see all the first owner squads that I've built. I'm actually going to build one for every top 5 league. So we've got, the French League, the Premier League, and so on and so forth. I will build them, and I will refrain from using those players in SBCs unless I can upgrade on that. Do you know what I mean? Like if I've got like I don't know. For instance, I had a Carlos Vela in my MLS first owner squad, and then we get the player of the month. I don't mind using that Carlos Vela in the SBC. Does that make sense? That's going to do it for today, though. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Whether you think I should do that Harit SBC, though, like I've kind of made my mind up that it's a decent card, and I actually really do like him in real life. Great player to watch. But I just don't think it's worth doing. Let me know what you think down below. And of course, let me know what you think about maybe upgrading to Kimmich at right back as well. If you have enjoyed it though, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.